Thanks for tuning in. It is Monday, September 24th. I'm Daniel Barnett, and we're here talking again to Norm Blanchard. Norm is the director of the Cambridge-Guernsey County CIC, and he's going to talk to us today a little bit about some exciting news for the Quanex Corporation, which is housed just next door, and how some companies are able to add new jobs through some things with the state. Norm understands it a lot better than I do. So, Norm, thanks for joining us again today.
Glad to be here, Dan, as always.
So tell us a little bit about the exciting announcement that Quanex had on Friday.
Well, Quanex, as you know, has always been EdgeTech, and EdgeTech has been here for approximately 10 years. And what happened was that they were purchased by the Quanex Corporation about a year ago out of Houston. And when they did that, Quanex is worldwide, and so Quanex looks at all their resources and decides, well, we've got to make an expansion, and we can do it either here or we could do it in Kentucky or Indiana, where they had other plants. For a while, there was a concern. Governor Mitch Daniels out of Indiana was doing everything he could to get these jobs over there, as were we. I really feel good that the CIC was able to work with our legislators and the Department of Development in Ohio to bring those jobs here. And what that involves a lot of times, and I know it's distasteful to people that they look at tax abatements or incentives as corporate welfare and that kind of thing, but I think the thing to remember is when you get in a situation like that, where you have a company, Quanex, as EdgeTech, employed 165 people here. Right. In order to qualify for the incentives that we did arrange for them, they had to agree to add another 165 jobs to that, which they have done, and right now they've hired a good portion of that, many more in temps, and they have 3 years to reach that level, and they will get there. So when you get to the situation where, from a company's point of view, they must compete, they have to, and so the playing field oftentimes isn't level because other states give them buildings, they give them everything in the world. We try to compete with that, and we're very proud that we were able to be at least part of a program or a part of an effort to keep Quanex here. They are a great company, they pay well, they have great benefits, the health care for their employees is very important, they're great jobs. And they're only part of a large number of expansions going on right now in our community. You have AVC Cable that reaches, I think it was right at the turn of the year, they moved into their new facility in Byesville. Island of Septic's doing very well, making the smoothies and so forth that you drink over at McDonald's. Those are all, they've all agreed to add jobs because of some of the perks, or if you want to call them that, or incentives that the state or we have provided. Detroit Diesel and some of those companies that have been here for a long time, while they may not be expanding, they are hiring, because they're hiring. What part of it's attrition, part of it's the addition of new lines. Right. So there's a lot of good things happening right now, not even with the gas and oil included in that.
Sure. And this is a prime example of what the CIC does to try to bring jobs into the community. I'm sure you get the question sometimes, Norm, what does the CIC do? And this is a great example of that.
Absolutely. And you know, when I was the superintendent down at Rolling Hills and this job came open, I wasn't sure myself what it did. And one of the things I wanted to make sure, if I did this job, I wanted us to be a real factor in the community. I wanted to be able to have an impact, and not through my own efforts, but through a lot of people. We have a great board. I think it does have an impact. Quanex is a great example of that. Working with the Port Authority, the CIC, they're kind of sister organizations. Detroit Diesel is up there. We're working with another company now that we hope we'll be able to fund to build over into the business park. So that team is very good, and you have the commissioners, the mayor, everybody plays a part, but the CIC is kind of what it revolves around, and we're very proud of that.
Well, nice work. Thanks for helping our community grow, Norm, and for those out there that helped along with that as well. I know you mentioned the Port Authority, the commissioners, the mayor's office, and of course the local legislators and state legislators that put it together. You
have that, and then there's a group that kind of operates under the radar, the Community Industrial Association. They're private, nonprofit, but they have some money because of investments over the years. They own the business park, and they just work very quietly, and their only mission is to create jobs. And we work with them. It's a good private-public partnership, which the state likes to see, and it works well.
Well, thank you, Norm, and thanks again for joining us. Look forward to doing it again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.